What is going on, Lucid fans? Welcome back to Financial Journey. I want to give you a big battery update, especially more so you might be seeing a lot of changes over the coming roughly about 6 months. So I want to give you a good breakdown of what we can expect outside of that. I just want to briefly talk on CPI data and the amazing moves that did happen today. So I'm going to go over all that fun stuff. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Always greatly appreciated. With that, let's get right to it. So I want to start off with the good news. We did close up 8.21%. So very good day for Lucid. And it was because of CPI. So for the first time in a very long time, CPI actually did go down both on a year over year and a month over month. So definitely a lot of good things to look forward to. As you can see on a year over year, the forecast was 8%. So even they were anticipating it to go down, but it did come in at 7.7, and more on a month over month. Forecast was 0.6, came in at 0.4. So definitely a move in the right direction. And you know me, I like to look at the data behind the scenes, exactly what the true data is, because it's one thing just looking at these numbers, but what do these numbers actually mean? So looking at the breakdown right here, it is one of the true, actual, very positive ones. So as I've said in the past, energy has gone down on the last couple of reports, but this one, it did go up, but yet that means the other basket items went down. Very positive for the broader market. So that's my own thoughts on that. Keep in mind, I'm not a financial advisor. Do your own due diligence at the end of the day. I also like to see the huge amount of volume that was getting in today. That is always a very, very positive sign, especially in Lucid's case, and as well the dark pool. There has been a ton of big money getting into Lucid via the dark pool. So you do see a 4.35 million, 1.71 million, and it's been a very long time since it's been this intense. So I think we have a very big combination of Lucid at a very, very big discount, especially more so from yesterday's sell-off, and just the CPI data. So it's a double win for us as investors. And even looking right here, 5.33 million, 2.01 million, 3.63 million, tons of big money getting in. So there was one, it does look like they already did flip it, but 23.8 million did get in, and obviously it being crossed off, meaning they already closed out their position. But at the end of the day, I think this is a very positive sign, and I am still scrolling. So give yourself a shout out as well if you did buy in yesterday during the mass panic selling going on, as I did. So I bought in twice. So at $11.62, I believe it was my initial buy, and then I did buy in a second time at $11.21. Technically, though, I know it wasn't the best earnings, but I think we have that out of our system now, and at this stage in the game, we can start to look forward. That's my own interpretation, but when it comes down to battery technology, I think that's one of the biggest attributes of Lucid. That's one of the biggest things that sets Lucid apart, is the technology. And as of right now, we do have a long-term agreement with LG to provide as far as the strategic partnership for batteries and things like that, and this has been in existence since around 2016. Unfortunately, from what I've read, it does look like it is concluding in 2023, so give or take around a couple months from now. And Lucid did come out with this earlier in the year, saying that they're going to be doing a lot of things in-house, and I think that's one common thing. All the earnings, Peter's always said that, and boasting about having all the technology and everything in-house, which again is very beneficial for the bottom line of any company because it does reduce on cost significantly. But Peter did say, and this came out in March, saying that they've been working on a prototype for in-house cell production. And so again, it could be one of those factors that they are working on behind the scenes. So if you take this and couple with the recent news, and also, like I said, expiry of this partnership that they do have with LG, that definitely goes to show that they might be having a good agreement coming very soon, possibly even more so in Lucid's favor. So this could help us reduce costs a little bit. So it does say that we should be expecting a new agreement fairly soon. That's with LG and Samsung as well. So like I said, this is concluding in 2023, as I've been saying for a long time, especially more so when this news did come out. I was saying that Lucid could save a lot of money because one of the biggest costs associated to producing any EV, not necessarily even just Lucid, but it is their battery. battery is basically the brain, the power, everything that you need in a EV vehicle. So I think this is where Lucid could definitely save a lot of money and hopefully reduce their costs, incentivizing a little bit more customers to possibly get higher vehicles, meaning more margin, more profit for Lucid in the bigger picture. It's a beautiful circle of life when it comes down to Lucid. That's how I see things, at least. Like I always say though, these videos are for entertainment purposes only. Make sure you guys do your own due diligence. Let me know your thoughts on this, as far as if you think that Lucid could potentially, whether it be maybe in 2023 or 2024, actually do full in-house cell production, and how much that potentially could save us just based on just buying other parts. Of course, like I said, this is the most costly attribute is the battery, but then producing every other aspect in-house probably does save, as far as the bottom line, maybe about 20 to 30%. So I think it is very beneficial that Lucid potentially does work on this, and hopefully as well we do get a very good deal when it comes down to LG, especially more so with costs have significantly rose since 2016 when they did come up with this agreement. So definitely it's a very good read if you have time to go through all the necessary agreements and so forth. And like I said, December the 6th, 2016. So let me know your thoughts on that. And as it stands, like I said, the battery technology, when it comes down to Lucid, the stats and the data speak for itself. It goes to show that Lucid has a very good competitive advantage over the other EVs, especially more so. I think there's a lot of people focusing on solid state batteries, which of course isn't necessarily what Lucid does, but a lot of people are even saying that this is around 10 years away. And who knows, maybe given that time frame, Lucid might transition over to a solid state battery and incorporate that in one way or another. There's a lot to read when it comes down to the batteries, but from what I've read, solid state batteries, as far as cost savings, it potentially would be a little bit on the low end. So that might be a little bit easier for a lot of EVs to use the solid state battery, but as it even says, it's around 10 years away. It goes over a lot of the data behind that as well. So let me know your thoughts on that in the comments below as well. Let me know your thoughts on what big money has been doing today, and if you think that is a good long-term thing, or are they just doing it to flip it, take advantage of the CPI data that did come out very much positive, or there's a lot of different factors all moving at once. But I think right now this could be at least our temporary bottom. So let me know your thoughts on that. If you haven't already, hit that thumbs up, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. I greatly appreciate that. If you do like my channel, want to support the growth, take a look at my memberships, link in the description below, or just hit the join button at the bottom of the screen. With that, appreciate you guys watching. Let's all make a lot of money on Lucid.